I cannot marry you, though my soul already did. Beneath the veil of destiny, my heart remains a bid. Love crowned me her captive, with gold of endless ache. But fate's decree was written in a language hearts can't break. I stood before the dawn, whispering your sacred name. The stars bent down to listen, wrapped in gentle flame. I wore your dream like armor, shining though it bled. But kingdoms fall in silence when words of love are said. You were my moon of promise, I your wounded knight, yet between our vows lay shadows too heavy for light. I prayed to time for mercy, but time was never kind, took your hands away and left your scent behind. My heart became a garden where only sorrow grew, each tear a flower blooming in memory of you. The wind repeats your laughter in corridors of pain, and every night I meet you beneath the silver rain. Your name is a forbidden song my lips still crave to sing. Each verse becomes a dagger, each chorus a broken wing. I write you in my silence, in letters I can't send, where love begins eternal and endings never end. I cannot marry you, though my soul wears your ring, though my nights bow before the thought your dreams bring. I have tasted every distance, walked every lonely mile, but your absence stands beside me with your familiar smile. How can I explain to heaven what earth has done to me? I built you into prayers that God alone could see. Yet fate drew a curtain, embroidered with goodbye, and I was left performing beneath an empty sky. I watched the world rejoice while I remained the same, a prince of fallen promise without your royal name. They say love finds a way, but ours was bound by vow, a love that lived in whispers but can't be spoken now. The sea knows my confession. It echoes through the foam, calls your name to shorelines that never lead you home. My heart, a faithful falcon, still circles where you flew. I cannot marry you, yet I forever do. Your eyes were my horizon, your voice my sacred art, and still I walk this palace with you inside my heart. I see your face in candlelight, reflected in the tears, a dream that time remembers for all uncounted years. If love were only lawful, I would wear you like the dawn, but laws are made of iron, and hearts are flesh withdrawn. So I dress my grief in velvet, so no one sees it bleed, for royalty must suffer in silence and in creed. I cannot marry you. My hands are tied in gold, duty is my master, though love is fierce and bold. I bow to every promise my blood was born to keep, but in my secret heart your memory does not sleep. You walk beside my shadow in every royal hall, the echo of your absence becomes my heart's call. I whisper to the mirror that bears your tender hue, and it replies in sorrow, I cannot marry you. Every poem I've written is a tear in disguise, each verse another sunset that bleeds from my eyes. I tried to find forgetting, but she was never kind, for every time I lose you, I lose myself in mind. The throne feels colder now, the crown too heavy still, for what is worth of power when love defies the will? I would trade 1,000 kingdoms for one night near your face, but fate has sealed our distance in unrelenting grace. My courtiers speak of honor, of titles and of name, but none of them can fathom this silent, burning flame. They see me smile in daylight, but midnight knows my cries, for you live in the chambers where my true soul lies. I cannot marry you. It is the cruelest truth, to love like endless oceans, yet live without the proof. But love does not require rings, nor vows to make it whole. It writes itself in spirit, engraved upon the soul. So let them crown another, let the bells of duty chime, but my heart belongs to you beyond all sense of time. Even if this world forbids the path my heart once knew, my every breath still whispers, I cannot marry you. Your ghost sits beside me when the moon begins to rise. It speaks in soft remembrance, in prayers and lullabies. And though I walk in splendor, dressed in royal hue, the truth beneath my robe is, I cannot marry you. My poetry became your witness, my pen your fragile hand. It writes of love forbidden, of dreams that disobey command. The ink is made of sorrow, the page of sleepless night, and every word I write of you becomes my candlelight. When silence falls around me, your echo fills the air, a melody of yearning, a kingdom of despair. I built my life around you, though fate tore it in two, and now the stars remind me I cannot marry you. Still, I thank the heavens for the gift of your name. Even if I lose you, I'll love you just the same. For love that never happens still burns with holy hue, eternal, unseen, untouchable, like I cannot marry you. The night returned to listen, and my heart began again, writing your name in moonlight upon the desert's vein. Every dune became a letter, every breeze your sigh, and I, a lonely rider beneath a wounded sky. I cannot marry you, but love refuses death. It breathes within the silence. It lives in every breath. I see your eyes in raindrops that fall on palace glass. They whisper of forever that time could never pass. I once believed in choices, in roads the heart could choose, but now I know that destiny decides what hearts must lose. You were written in my chapters, but not in my ending line. A love both cursed and sacred, too human, too divine. They call me Prince of Patience, but patience is my jail. Each dawn repeats your absence. Each dusk repeats my fail. I kneel before the Almighty, asking if He knew that I would learn devotion by losing someone like you. I walked through crowded halls with an emptiness so loud, smiling like a sovereign, hiding from the crowd. They see my robes of honor, my jewels of morning dew, but none of them can fathom I cannot marry you. Sometimes I dream of moments that never came to be, our hands entwined in daylight, our hearts forever free. I hear imagined laughter, the children we could raise, but dreams dissolve in sunlight. They cannot bear the blaze. If love were only courage, I would have won that fight, but courage meets the kingdom and power kills the light. I traded all my feelings for the silence of the throne, yet still your voice returns to me when I am most alone. The sea remembers secrets that men were born to hide. It knows how deep devotion can drown the human pride. I stand upon the shoreline. The wind becomes your face, and every wave repeats your name in endless, sad embrace. The moon is my confessor. It listens without word, to promises unspoken, to prayers that go unheard. It sees the royal lover who hides beneath the hue, and softly glows in pity. I cannot marry you. My heart became a scripture of verses torn apart. Each line begins with yearning, each ends with broken heart. If only tears were letters, you'd read 1,000 scrolls, all sealed with trembling kisses and stamped with missing souls. I've seen my fate in mirrors that shatter when I stare, 1,000 me's reflected, all wishing you were there. Each reflection holds your image, dressed in bridal white, while I, a prince unchosen, fade gently out of sight. The world may call it honor, this cage of royal law, but what is honor worth when love becomes a flaw? The sword upon my shoulder, the oath upon my name, could never weigh as heavy as my unspoken shame. I cannot marry you, yet my heart disobeys. It follows where you wander, through every night and blaze. You walk inside my silence, you bloom in my refrain. You are both my salvation and the reason for my pain. They offered me the world, but I was blind to gold. For what are all these riches when love cannot be told? I'd burn the crowns of duty to hold your hand one day, but destiny is ruthless. It takes, it won't repay. So I remain the poet of forbidden, burning lore, writing on the sand what waves erase once more. Each poem is confession, each verse a royal plea, that no one else will ever own the soul of me. I cannot marry you, yet I am yours entire. My veins are ink of longing, my blood a hidden fire. Even if I vanish in duties cold and true, my spirit still awakens whenever it dreams of you. Sometimes I ask the falcon, the keeper of my land, if wings could cross the borders that mortals cannot stand. It circles in the heavens and answers with a cry, that love like ours was born to live, not die. But laws of men and monarchs are stones upon the chest. They silence every heartbeat that dares defy the rest. and so I wear obedience as armor bright and new, while underneath I'm bleeding. I cannot marry you. In corridors of silence where candles gently weep, your ghost walks beside me in dreams I never sleep. It hums your favorite poem. It lays your hand on mine, and for a fleeting moment, the stars again align. Yet morning always shatters what night so kindly gave. The crown returns to burden. The smile becomes my grave. And though I stand unbroken, the truth still burns me through. My love, my heart, my destiny. I cannot marry you. If someday you remember and whisper to the wind, tell it I kept my promise until the very end. That even when I'm silent, my eyes still speak your name, that every pulse within me still burns the same. No wedding bells will ring for us, no songs of silver hue, but heaven knows the vow I made. I always did love you. And though I cannot claim you, my soul will never move. It stays where it first found you, in that endless love. I watched the dawn surrender to colors soft and blue, painted you in memory and blessed the morning dew. The angels must have wept that night our fates withdrew, for even they were powerless. I cannot marry you. When people see my calmness, they think my heart is steel, but grief wears masks of royalty. It hides what I feel. Behind each royal gesture, behind each noble cue, there breathes the quiet sentence. I cannot marry you. I'll keep your name unspoken. A diamond in my chest, a secret vow of sorrow that never finds its rest. And when my final sunset shall touch the ocean's hue, my last breath will remember, I cannot marry you. The desert holds my secret beneath its patient sand. It knows how long I waited, how tightly I still stand. I walk among my people, a leader clothed in grace, yet every time I speak, I taste your name's embrace. I cannot marry you. The words have built my cage, a golden script of sorrow written on destiny's page. They call me son of honor, they call me crown of truth, but none will ever see the tears I shed for youth. In every crowded banquet, in every royal song, I hear your voice in echoes where it doesn't belong. The music turns to memory, the lights dissolve to gray, and I am left in silence where love has lost its way. I wonder if you dream of me when evening softly falls, if you still read the letters I never dared to call. Perhaps you too are haunted by what we couldn't be, a bride of vanished promise, a ghost that waits for me. I cannot marry you, yet I feel you near, in every scent of jasmine, in every trembling tear. You dwell within my verses, in lines I cannot speak, a kingdom built of longing, majestic but weak. There are nights I break completely, whispering to God above, asking why he blessed me with such impossible love. Why give me heaven's vision, then take away its key? Why let me find forever, then forbid its decree? The courtyards bloom with laughter. I hide behind the smile, pretending I am peaceful, though bleeding all the while. They see me hold composure, they call it royal view, but truth is made of ashes. I cannot marry you. The throne grows cold with absence. The robe feels made of stone. And though the world surrounds me, I stand completely alone. I feed the falcons daily. I ride into the dunes. But even in the sunrise, I mourn for silver moons. I think of how you'd look beside me, calm and bright, wearing love like starlight, soft and holy white. And then I wake to emptiness that whispers through the blue, the echo that reminds me, I cannot marry you. The poets of the kingdom speak of love divine. They do not know the meaning when I recite a line. For every rhyme I utter, for every verse I weave, is written in your absence, a vow I can't relieve. I have become the ruler of things I cannot hold, of kingdoms vast and hollow, of stories never told. For love that breaks in silence becomes a crown of pain, and tears, though hidden deeply, still shimmer in the vein. I remember when you smiled that first and final time, felt like fate had spoken in poetry and rhyme. If only hearts could barter, if only vows were true, the heavens would have witnessed. I cannot marry you. Sometimes I walk in gardens the way we used to dream, among the roses blooming with memories unseen. I touch the petals softly. They carry your perfume, a fragrance of farewell that lingers through my gloom. I built a prayer of patience and offered it to fate. I whispered, let her find peace, though I remain to wait. And somewhere in the distance, a gentle voice came through, saying, love does not need marriage. It lives in hearts like you. So I began to understand what destiny had meant. That love's true shape is spirit, not mortal covenant. That even if divided by laws or hands of few, the soul still bends toward one truth. I cannot marry you. You are the poem written in language none can read, the garden of forever, forbidden yet decreed. The world may never witness the fire that we knew, but God alone remembers. I cannot marry you. When twilight falls on dunes of gold and sighs of wind arise, I lift my hands to heaven, with tears inside my eyes. I thank the one who made you, though he kept you far away, for some loves are too sacred to live in light of day. They ask me if I'm lonely. I answer with a smile, for solitude with memory is better than denial. Your shadow keeps me company in every royal view, your silence more familiar than all the praise I knew. If destiny were merciful, it would have written we, but it carved our names apart upon eternity. Still, I keep your letters folded close beneath my sleeve, a secret map of longing that no one else believes. I watch the stars assemble like pearls across the dome, and wonder if you see them too wherever is your home. Perhaps our eyes still meet there, in starlight pure and true, across the bridge of distance. I cannot marry you. My mother asks of marriage, my people of my heir. They speak of future kingdoms, of duty I must bear. But love is not succession, it cannot be replaced, and yours is still the image that destiny has traced. So let them write their stories. I'll live the one I must, with patience as my armor, and memory as my trust. And when they crown another, I'll smile because I knew that no one owns my spirit. I cannot marry you. I'll build a house of verses. I'll live in lines of rhyme. I'll make our love immortal beyond the hands of time. For marriage is a moment, but love is something more. It is the endless ocean that breaks upon the shore. So though the vows were stolen, though rings were never made, our hearts remain united in the silence we obeyed. And when my name is spoken, and all my reign is through, the world will softly whisper, he could not marry you. If one day in another life our souls are born anew, and fate becomes forgiving, and love is pure and true, then I will walk to you again with dawn upon my brow, and say the words I never could, I can marry you now. But until that breath of mercy, until that dawn divine, I'll live with your remembrance engraved on every line. My heart will be your kingdom, my tears your royal dew, and heaven will remember, I cannot marry you. The desert wind will carry the echoes of my prayer. The moon will keep your beauty suspended in the air. And though the world forgets us, as all sad stories do, the stars will keep repeating, I cannot marry you. So let this be my legacy, my crown, my final song, that love denied by fortune can still remain so strong, that even when divided, two souls can still be true, forever bound in silence. I cannot marry you. The candle fades in chambers where once I used to write, yet still your name illuminates the corners of the night. And as my breath grows weary, my final truth is due. I loved you past all limits. I cannot marry you. When dawn shall find my resting beside the silver dune, and falcons cry for morning beneath the melting moon, let heaven read my story in skies of endless blue. The prince who loved beyond his right. I cannot marry you.